I mean, you do look old.
I mean, sometimes. I'm older than you.
I mean, now that I'm right next.
Why
to
did
you.
it say loaded chase? What's that? Why do I always do that?
Superb.
Welcome to the Real Shit Talkers. It's your boy the motherfucking Dragon Matt. I start on February, not saying my name. Right across from me,
As always, Gentleman Jack. And today we have...
Mighty motherfucking Pete.
Mighty Pete. You guys don't know Mighty Pete. You been in other podcasts?
I was in Villainy Games prior.
Yes.
Basically, when they first started up, the original bad guy name was supposed to be the monotone villain, and then I was like all loud about it. I was like, hell, fucking no. I was like, god damn it, I know I got a monotone voice, but fuck yeah. I was like, that was a mood killer. I was like, if I told everybody in the group, if my name was monotone villain, even I wouldn't watch it. I'm gonna watch the stone villain.
So you playing games in a monotone voice?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that was a mood killer. So I
jump, head up, back, left, right.
Exactly.
ABA.
So I
Start.
I said to myself, I'm gonna be that edgy guy. I'm gonna be that guy that you really watch just to see him snap for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. That's why I became the bad guy.
The bad guy from Villainy Games, boy. Yo, how long has it been since y'all been gone?
It's been a while now. I think it's been like what, a year or two.
A year? And no comeback season?
No comeback season. Everyone wanted to do their own thing. Me, I'm particularly a shooter when it comes to video games. I do not do sport games. I do not do fighting games. Every once in a while, I dabble in one. Like I'll probably jump into Soul Calibur.
So why don't?
But that's about
Couldn't
it.
have been like a sub-low network thing. Like, okay, I do the shooting, you do this, and you do that.
We were trying to figure out, how to get an audience to begin with. And basically what fell into our lap was fighting. So Smash and everything else just started to pile in. And then we tried to do one shooting, and it just didn't attract that much attention. I was like, fuck. So I just basically fell off, just struggling to get in, And then at the same time, my edgy character, YouTube, got all restricted exactly at that one particular moment. Mm-hmm. So that just fucked up everything.
Yeah, that fucked us up for a little bit when they started doing the whole restriction thing. Mm-hmm. And I almost got to a point where we were just kind of like, fuck, I don't care anymore. Yeah, we'll fix it as we go.
Yeah, because I think the way I see it is if you're a rated R type of guy, then that's who you are. You can't restrict your personality because that's your character. That's what sells.
Well, that's weird. Like, why? Who says what's should be restricted, what shouldn't be restricted? Don't get me wrong. Granted, of course, we don't want to show people films of murder or whatever, but at the same time,
they have that on YouTube.
But
Facebook does it all the time.
We do need to learn from history, and we watch things like the Holocaust, so we can learn not to repeat that type of situation.
Wait a minute, though. You want to talk about history? Remember,
slavery.
They removed the Trail of Tears in history books, so now they're not teaching that.
Yeah, they removed a lot. I mean, you look at China, that guy that stood up against the tank, he's wiped from like the history. Like there was no guy in front of the tank that stopped the.
Yeah, yo, I remember that. The guy that stopped in front of the tank.
You go to China, you won't see that picture. Yeah. Everywhere else, you'll see it. In Germany, if you try to play Wolfenstein, they're not Nazis. It's actually something else, completely different.
Oh yeah, they did change. That's interesting.
You see,
but I heard Germany's really good with remembering what happened and like learning from the situation. That's why I was I don't know what.
Well, they got a constant reminder. Think about it. Every day in some movie, the German's the bad guy.
But hey, at the same time, I mean, they just broke the rules about trying to get a bigger army. I'm just saying.
I mean,
the army's a little bit too big. They're not supposed to be that big right now. Whatever. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Let's play it fairly.
everyone make an army. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
I didn't know there was like a limit on how big your army's supposed to be, though.
Dude, I didn't know either. I didn't know about that. I just knew that Japan was restricted, but they have like some type of loophole. Like if they get attacked, they can intercede for their own country, but America has to back them up immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, we have that treaty. We have to back them. That's why we're allowed to like go and visit them and all that good stuff.
And all that
We
shit.
just can't. We're just not allowed to get involved with the government.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
But apparently there's like whatchamacallit, like right wingers that say Americans should just leave right now and just let us be our own nation again.
Right wingers where? Here?
No, in Japan.
There's right wingers in Japan that says
basically, yeah.
I mean, I don't see. I don't know. I mean, well, if we think about it from the other side, if we had an event, what the fuck was that? Is that your fingers?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
I know, right?
What are you cracking? God,
I can't do that.
what's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Yeah, but if we had people in our country that that has a military base or whatever, we'll probably want them out too. You know, we just never had that experience. This country's spoiled. This country's very spoiled.
It's the youngest.
Yeah, I mean, but we're spoiled too as a country.
It's only been, what, 250 years?
If you think about how good we really have it versus other countries, you know, like there's our population, our people, the people that are not able to like.
I mean, I would say it's a give and take.
People are homeless, right?
Yeah.
They're homeless, but not able not to eat. You get what I'm saying?
There's places to go eat.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? There's places that you can go. Not saying that you can always get there. I don't know. There's always circumstances around, whatever. I mean, I've been in that situation myself, but it's always circumstances. But there's always a place that you could possibly get food from. There's some places in the world you ain't getting nothing. It ain't happening. You might as well just be like, oh, so this the week I die, so we'll lay back and go to sleep.
At least they all don't have a weight managing issue.
You was a dirty.
Well, no, think about it. Like here in the States, like I love my big people, right?
What big people?
Like it's just we are way too big as a country.
Of course, because it's gluttony.
You're talking about weight wise or like population wise?
He says
weight wise.
Weight wise. You talking about population? Relax.
No, we're nowhere near the top. Go to
Nah.
India, then you got.
Okay, no controversy, camps. Relax. Okay.
No, yo,
That's
that's exactly what's going on in Mexico right now. I mean, Texas.
That's Texas, isn't it?
Yeah, Texas.
That's sad.
With the kids and shit.
I seen them videos.
But yeah, as far as fat shit goes, like just go to Las Vegas. You see those burgers. There was a restaurant where like the owner actually died like 3 times. I forgot what it was. Like the guy dresses up like a doctor.
If you weighed over 375 pounds, we were able to eat for free.
Yeah.
One thing though is those plates are huge. If you don't finish it, apparently they hit you with a paddle.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah.
And the owner died.
Wait, hold on.
The owner ironically died of a heart attack.
They hit you with a paddle?
Yeah. Some girl comes out in a nursing outfit. Like you're there in the middle of the restaurant. You hold on, and it's.
Why?
What do you mean why? It's in the terms and conditions. You
didn't
read it.
A contract saying
you didn't read it. The moment you walk into that door,
I get beat with a paddle.
That's it.
Yo, I will send people to distract you the whole time you eat.
You get distracted by these nurses.
These nurses will come by with just titties up to their neck,
yeah,
and just distract you while you're eating. So I could just watch you get hit with a paddle. So you know what? I don't want to watch you get hit with a paddle. That sounds perverted. What is going on over there? This is too much.
Vegas is crazy, bro.
Vegas just lets anything fly. I don't understand it.
Vegas shouldn't be there. Think about it. It is surrounded by desert.
Hold on.
360 degrees around Vegas is all desert. Should not be there.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it like a getaway spot for mobs and stuff like that?
At one point.
That's interesting. They was like, yo, let's just build us a town. It's like, fuck it.
That's exactly what they did.
Build us a town, bring the hoes and everything here. That's interesting. So we're gonna start this compound.
Oh my god.
I'm working towards it.
All right, got it. Yeah, we're gonna start a compound for our people.
That shit better be underground though.
No. We need
vitamin D.
We need vitamin D.
Compound.
We're not savages.
What compound are you? Never mind. Okay, that's what I said. You go underground.
Listen. You see those people in the video, the little screen?
Okay.
Okay, that's a reason. Okay. All right. We working towards some stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're like fast forward 5 years later, we're on the stand in the FBI like, we're gonna use this video to play against you guys. That was my peep, man. What's going on with you? How's everything been? We went on a whole different tangent.
I got calluses on my hands.
Jerking off so much.
You know, it's just like it's
you go raw. You go no lotion. Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Sandpaper.
Yep, sandpaper.
Not gonna lie though, it's like ribbed for instead of for her pleasure, it's your pleasure.
I don't think it's ripped for anybody's pleasure.
Bro.
If you got
the way it works is with every time there's a new callus, it feels like a different stranger.
Right? Exactly. You flip the hand, twist it. Sometimes you go, yeah.
I think that's the best deterrent. Like you just thought about something real quick, okay? All right. So if you're one of those holy people, and you don't want your kid to be masturbating all day, your young man, you make him work hard in the fields, okay? He ain't gonna want to masturbate.
Exactly. The lotion's
if he got ribbed hands,
the lotion's gonna seep right through the callus, and he'll never make it past halfway, and that's it.
Now, what if he's a glutton for punishment? What if he likes that?
Well, then you got a masochist kid, and it's time to take him to the back of the barnyard.
I know, right? You pretty much you at that point he's just gonna be like screaming like, yes, daddy. I mean, no, daddy. You gonna make that boy even more confused,
right?
you missed with the shotgun. Oh my God, yes.
Nah, I'm putting it right to the brain. We ain't not even gonna look at him. Just gonna just finish.
And then you hit his ear.
But that'd be kind of weird if he ends up turning around to you and says, "Yes, please do it," and like grabs the gun and puts it to his forehead.
What is it, Naruto? Like,
wow, what is going on this show today?
That shit goes mad dark.
Yeah.
This shit went really, really crazy.
Why not? The lights are low. This is my intimacy moment.
This how you get
dark.
talk
about some
freaky stuff.
Speaking of which, I'm the one who did the light dimmer and this fucking lights.
Yeah, shout out to you for doing these lights.
Nice.
That's right. Mighty P's not just a bad guy; he's an electrician.
How long you doing electrical work for?
I've done it for like what? I went to school for it in I think 2012 for 9 months, and I got dicked around by this one fire alarm company, TRST Alarms, and I basically ventured. I used the knowledge I ascertained from school to venture out, and people that I knew closely.
Did you go to the trade school in Patterson?
No, it was in Wayne.
Oh, okay.
It was right across from Willowbrook Mall. So I went there for 9 months, and that's how I picked up all of this. I knew how to secure the lines, what the, if an inspector were to come in, like what would he look for, this and that, and what wires you're supposed to be using for certain things, and what breakers to use for certain things. So I'm pretty much at a junior level. No, I do not know how to like maybe power generators and shit like that, and fuck with that's like what I call like the license level when you're official. But when it comes to like houses and shit like that,
he's an electrician.
You don't talk about me.
Oh my God, who do you work for?
I'm in the union.
The 102?
164.
160. That's Parsippany, right?
No, that's Paramus. 102 is Parsippany.
Yeah,
I'm not about those. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, do you think?
Why? It's shocking, isn't it? Right?
Yo, that's it. Let me in,
yo. Today by Access Energy Drink.
Save me.
It's easy to apply. Go call it.
You know what the problem is that I have ADD. So when I took the entry exam, I had a difficult time with the reading portion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, because
that's why I go through the back way. If you have previous knowledge, you can come in through the CECW program.
Oh, you guys get
it's slightly longer apprenticeship, but you'd be done. As soon as you're done, you become a journeyman.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So it's slightly longer, but you don't have to. Wow, I did not.
You're welcome.
Yo, I think I can get back in the game and get out the fucking water truck.
Go ahead.
I really think
it's not bad. It's not difficult. If you're talking about how you know some of this already, there's people who are coming in with no knowledge. They don't know the difference between a redhead and a connector. They're like, what? They don't know the difference between a 1900 box shallow or deep, a mud ring or mulberry cover. They don't know any of this.
I tried that test. Didn't work out for me.
You know why? It's just the names. Honestly, I just wing the shit. I not winging like winging, But like, if you look at the work, it's like, oh, so he knows what he's doing. He just doesn't know the fucking names of the shit. You know?
Yeah, it's not difficult. It's simple. Like, you'll find out. They'll actually teach you as well more. Like right now, I'm learning fire alarm system, so I can wire up a whole fire alarm system
That's easy.
and not worry about it. But it also depends on what kind of class of fire alarms are being used. So there's difference in that. There's an A class, B class, C class. Do we need is it an end of the line resistor, or are we having a 4-wire system where it goes and comes back to the panel? It all depends on the types that there are.
Most of the time, it's just the resistor, because that now with the code, it's like you can run with the resistor. Back then, you're supposed to run back.
Well, you can use the resistor, but by having the full loop, you can see where the break is. At the end of the line resistor, you won't be able to tell where the break is.
That's when you got some non-conventional shit. When you got a conventional shit, that shit will be like, oh, this shit is like, it'll tell you, it'll be like 3 something, and then you're like, and then because you did the fucking building, you're like, oh, 3 is the fucking 3rd floor.
You have to remember too, it's not if you did the building. I'm working for some of these schools that were built back then, and now we're figuring out the system.
Oh, half the time
we're doing a lot of troubleshooting, and there's sometimes systems that are obsolete, and we're looking at it like, all right, we gotta now figure out what the coding is for that. It's annoying, but it's fun.
No, yeah, that's how it was back then with TNR alarms. It was like very old systems. Like, we had boxes like hanging off the walls with molding and shit, you know. Or sometimes it would be something stupid, like there would be like people didn't understand, like smoke detectors, when they're in a damp area, sometimes they go off because of the moisture buildup. And some of these shits, like, I would take the smoke head out and out come water. I'd be like, I know
it's no fun.
It's just some little meticulous shit. And it all builds up to an issue that shoots up a $200, $300 problem for the guy, you know, because then we walk in,
right?
You know, and we sign off on the job. It's okay. For us, it could be like an hour or 2, but you're getting slapped in the face with this huge ass bill just because you're afraid or don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And that's basically what you're paying for, because a lot of this stuff that you see around that I hooked up, like the dimmer switch, that was like, what, I think like less than $10. But you get an electrician to do it, boom, that's like probably, what, 1/5 your check per week.
I mean, of course. Of course.
And you could have done it too, because you follow the same procedure. You just pop the breaker off. You're safe.
I work live.
Oh, you work live? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of it.
Oh, there you go.
It's fun.
It's 120. If it's 120, then
he wants to be the guy that gets shocked and end up on the news.
Oh, I've had explosions happen that weren't my fault at 277, 480, but it comes with the trait. You did fighting, you can get knocked out. It's a possibility that it's gonna happen. It comes with the game.
The game?
Yeah.
You're dealing with electricity. What game were you?
But that's why you have that's why you have like rubber insulated boots. You gotta
know how to work with it.
No, but you like that there's a chance.
No, it's just you gotta know how to work with it. Same thing with culinary arts. Why? If you don't know how to properly use that knife, there goes your finger. When you're cutting at a deli spot, you don't know how to use that meat slicer. There goes your finger.
So if it's a non-live wire, do you have to go through more steps?
You would still check it all the time.
But would you have to go through more?
No,
steps?
It's the same amount of steps with live or not live.
So what's the difference then?
It's just don't want the wires to cross, and there's the potential of being hot, potential of getting shocked, and even then, when it's not live, you always have to worry about some dumbass turning on the breaker, and then you go anyways. So you have to use a lockout tagout kit, which not many people put on. They put a piece of black tape.
Yeah, I know lockout tagouts.
So you see?
Okay,
it's not difficult.
I get what you're saying.
It's not scary.
I get what you're saying.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah,
that's about it.
If you're fucking with the wire, you should fuck with the wire with only one hand, so that way, if you do get hit, one side gets hit, and the worst thing that could happen is if you get stuck. Like if you get hit, but then you're stuck in there, then that's how people die. You know.
Did you see that lady? I know this gonna sound like. Did you see that lady who vibrated? It took a taser to her vagina?
that dumbass.
She got stuck. That's why as soon as you said you get stuck, her finger got stuck with a button, so she has the taser on her vagina, and she just till she falls off the bed.
That's crazy. Now my question:
why
did she orgasm from it?
Can you imagine after that she just
Her clique
just
calcified.
violently, just creams all over the place.
She dies like a Joker victim, like with the biggest smile. Like. And she turned into.
But why though? What's going on in the world that people doing stuff like that?
I think people are just bored. People are just bored in
Sexually
general.
bored?
Think about it. Like now there's like no non-gender specific bathrooms. You know,
Where have you been where you've seen the non-gender one?
like I've never seen it, but I'm saying like because people don't want to like that one obvious guy in GameStop. You know, I am a ma'am. Do not call me sir. Okay, I want to speak to your corporate office right now.
That was crazy because it went from step outside and I'll show you a sir. I'm like, well, that means like you're proving the point.
Oh my goodness!
And then the boy looked scared. The boy didn't know what. He looked confused. He was like, I'm sorry, sir. I mean, man. He's like, grab the fucker. Take it outside.
He starts flipping stuff.
That person just started transitioning though.
Yeah, so that's not fair though.
That's why.
That's not fair.
Because I have friends of mine who are like 5 months through transitioning. They already look full female.
So I have a question though. What are we supposed to do? Like, if you're in the middle of a transition, right?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to assume that you, because you're wearing a dress and a blouse, that you want me to call you a female? Because there's some people that don't like that.
I actually
There's
saw.
some people
I saw something like that in AMC. This white guy, glasses, looks like he's in his like he's 55 years old. Had a black dress, high heels. I was like, what the?
This is how complicated things are getting. Okay, like there's some people that don't want to be called. They want to be called sir. He just likes to wear a dress and a blouse. All right, there's like the dress crossed it, but he still wants to be identified for his masculine trait. How the fuck am I supposed to know? Who am I identifying? Like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? He, she, z, zer, fum.
Yo, my man.
This is what I do usually. You. Oh, I do. Come here. This is something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just don't speak to those people.
Or
I think they're confused.
You could do my favorite move, which was my real favorite move. Now that I'm gonna say it online, everybody probably gonna be like, "This asshole does it to me all the time." I just look at him, and I go and start talking. So I'll be like, "So it's crazy how what's it?" And you be like,
"Oh, exactly." You do the bump. You do the slight bump.
Yeah. I just start talking. Never have to ever say their name. Acknowledge them as a he, she, it, them, bees, killer bees, Wu-Tang Clan. I don't have to do any of that. Man, I gotta do none of that nonsense. But how do you ever have to deal with that?
Did I ever have to deal with that?
Somebody
misgendering
someone? Or?
Have I? I know I dealt with some pretty retarded people in Sears, but I'm like going through my entire. Like, no, I don't think I've ever have to deal with that. Thank God. Because I think those are the most frustrating. Oh, wait, I did. Shit.
I misgendered a woman once. I could have sworn it was a dude. Could have sworn, but it was definitely a lady later. Like when she finally did, like, but I was like, oh, I can see how you're a female. But at the time, I was just like, you're a dude. Stop lying to me. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was when I was working at PCC in the cafeteria. Oh my goodness, it was just one guy. Like I thought at first because he did the makeup, the whole hair, and all the 9 yards, and I just thought he was just an ugly bitch.
Okay.
Trying to come to find out, he's just a guy. It was really a guy because I never heard him talk, ever in my life. Never heard him talk. He's just gay. He's just some gay Puerto Rican guy. I was like, what the fuck? It's mind blowing.
I said, I remember saying some wrong word. You ever said something that you shouldn't have said in front of someone you probably shouldn't have said it from? Like, almost like, I said something crazy, right? It was this dude.
Okay.
Of course, he's a homosexual man. And really feminine in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I didn't really engage and look at him. I just kind of was getting like some, I think it was like what was it? Maybe it was a Snicker or whatever.
Okay.
And I said something about like, No. I got a bag of peanuts.
Okay.
Right? And I was just like, yeah, man, I need my nuts in the morning. And then he just looked at me, and I was like, motherfucker. And he was just like, I'm just like, oh no, oh no, oh no. That's kind of crazy.
Nah, I don't. I would never say I said something that I would regret as it's coming out.
I mean, I didn't regret it, but it was just how he just like looked at me, and I don't know. I felt weird. It was a bad day.
I kind of like those awkward moments.
Like, I was just like, hey man, I'm not his type of nuts though, you know. More like, you know, peanuts and walnuts and stuff. Interesting.
I think you meant it when you said it. You started blushing. You giggled.
Maybe I was just very stoned.
That worked too.
And I ended up saying the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Or the right thing.
Oh.
You could have made a best friend right there.
Nah. I'm all good with friends. I'm all good with
but
that.
no,
Have you ever been hit on by a gay guy?
Yeah, I used to have this one gay guy when I was 16. And I used to work at Spencer's. I was the sex kid, so I knew everything about what was going on back there. So anytime like someone came back there and was like, "Do you know anything about that?" It was like, "Go look for Matt." So they'd come get me, whatever. And so he used to work in Garden State Mall. No, Willowbrook Mall. It was Willowbrook Mall, and he worked at, it used to be a deli sandwich area. and I knew he like crushed on me, but he used to give me like sandwiches for cheap.
okay.
So like cheap. Like it was like $5 sandwich I was getting for like $1 and some change. Like that amount for like a chips and a juice and the soda.
Yeah.
So I was getting for like $1 and some change. Until like that one day he crossed it. He was just like he went for the shot, and I was just like, no. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. I think because everybody was coming at the end of the season because it was a seasonal job.
Okay.
He was like, let me shoot my shot. And I was just like, nah, I'm straight as hell. I actually got like a girlfriend. And I don't like dudes ever. Not even near me. So I mean, kind of. Thank you for the sandwiches over the few months. You know? And I ran off. So thank you. You know what I mean? Why you had a dude hit on you before? I think I think it's probably one of the best compliments.
I remember I got hit on by the same guy. Like this guy was a stalker. Like he found me on on Facebook.
Oh, you was about to be his little Toblerone.
and the first time it happened, I was in the pool room in PCC, and the guy was like, "Hey, so have you ever thought of being with a guy?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like,
being with the
no.
guy.
And I just kept staring at him. I'm like, what the
Hollywood
hell?
Shit.
And
that's some Hollywood shit right there.
yeah, he really came forward with me, like guns blazing. And then
he was gonna blaze some guns.
And then basically then I did the Trump thing. I put up a wall. The only thing is that I got my budget immediately. I talked to my subconscious. I was like, we need this wall, bro.
It was like, you know what, you're right. I mean, you start putting these bricks out, yeah. Was it concrete?
My man was like, concrete or steel, yo. And then I was like, what you got? Well, now that Game of Thrones is coming back, I got that dragon steel. You do? Oh, then we lit. Then we ready. We got zombies. We got gay people. We got everything.
I already know he probably got hit on. He probably got a few guys in his inbox right now hitting on him.
I've been,
right now they're hitting on him in his inbox like, hey, beautiful.
I lead them on, see what I can get out of it. They can't offer none. Nope.
I think I got bills, yo.
What, you want something from? Nah.
But
here's my Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App me like a few $100s and we'll talk.
But no, I have in person, online, whatever. It's just, it is what it is.
It's a great compliment.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, like, wouldn't a guy know if you're actually...
Well, the moment they do, I'm like, thank you. Do you have a sister?
Well,
right away.
Of course. But when I'm like, when a guy knows if you're, like, really attractive or not, like...
I guess bodybuilders are technically gay, no?
Like, technically.
Because all you're doing is getting your biceps bigger to impress your guy friends.
Well, to impress...
Your guy friends.
Mine is more of a masturbational thing. I just want
you jerk off to yourself.
Exactly.
That's kind of gay. So you're jerking off to a man.
Whatever. I'm the most gorgeous. So, but
you see,
it was yeah, you're right, but it would be is more flattering because somebody from the opposite sex could probably just have different type of intent. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like
okay, no,
I think it's
you're
more likely.
Wait though, you can't say that. It's like all right, yeah, it's flattering if a gay guy came and hit on you, but if you think about it, you're being a straight guy. You take your shots multiple times. So out of 100, if 5 say good, or say yes, you're like, all right, you're happy.
Oh, so you're
Same
saying
thing with a gay guy,
so
just
the
machine
gay guy
gun.
just
Just
machine
guns
gunning
it out.
and try to motherfuckers. They don't really like
No. You see? It's not a compliment.
whatever guy. I was just
You're probably like person 98 on their list.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I didn't think, I should have thought about it like that. Yeah, see, that's how those girls get caught up.
Right?
Yeah,
But I do find out how uncomfortable girls are when a guy is
it's
constantly
very-
trying to hit on them when they say no, because had that happen to me online, like some dude just kept hitting on me. I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Yo,
My wife won't appreciate this. I'm married. I have kids. Like, he
Yo.
just kept going.
look,
Like, I could change your life. I'm like, no, you
you
can't.
can't. I'm actually doing okay. Thank you
Right?
very much. I had this one dude when I was down south, and I just bought trees from. No, he's bought trees from me.
Okay.
Right? Surprise. Anyway, whatever. I just so happen to have trees, and then he pulls up like, "Yo, you know anybody? No, blah blah blah." I was like, "Actually, came to the right set." Gave me a few minutes. Boom, boom, boom. We exchanged numbers. You know what I mean? And call it a day. And then all of a sudden I got a text message like, "Yo, I actually trying to tell you really cute, and let me holler at you." I'm like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "Nah, we're about this money." He's like, he said, "Nah, I don't think you ever seen," like, he was talking about blowing me and everything. I was like, "All right, my dude, now I gotta get serious." I'm like, I'm gonna tell you something. I told you no. Now you hit me up again. I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna shoot up your family. It's
Damn.
like, what? You gotta get serious. You know what I mean? It gotta sound more threatening as opposed to. He don't know me from a fucking can of paint, so he don't know if I'm actually gonna come over and do anything. So he was just like, yeah. So he stopped hitting me up after that. It was awkward. It was very awkward. It's awkward getting like sexual messages from a man coming through my phone to me. That's awkward. Unwanted sexual messages.
You know what? You know what though? That happened.
Happened
Happened to me a while back. I was on an app, and then all of a sudden,
Grindr?
No. What's Grindr?
You was on that Grinder app.
What's Grindr?
Listen, even straight men know fuck Grinder app.
Never heard of it. What is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
All right,
so what happens is some guy has a picture of him and his wife on as a profile picture.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Oh, my wife likes to have other. I like watching my wife with other guys and blah blah." I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever. Let's just see how this goes." I'm playing along,
Mhm.
and then like maybe no more than 5 minutes later, after me saying, "Yeah, I'll do your wife and see whatever it is," right? Just to see what he's gonna do. He's like, "Oh, would you mind if I sucked you off on it?" I'm like, wait a minute. I only play with the girls. I don't play with the guys. You can watch.
With those things. I'm not saying I know anything about it. Okay.
That's why.
You just gotta be careful when you go in situations where like there's a cuck
Yeah.
involved, and then they want you to get involved with their wife, and then most likely sometimes that cuck wants like you gotta be careful.
You know what it
about
is though? Like, I also seen a porn where they pick up this dude and they have this super hot porn star sitting
Here
in the
we go
back.
again. This motherfucker's back.
Right? So they have the super hot porn star and some random guy, and she's egging the guy on for them to have sex, and then she's like, "Oh, but the only way to have sex is you let this guy blow you."
Okay, that's just
And I'm like,
this conversation got me really.
yeah, that's what it got me too. I'm like, I forgot which porn star it was too.
No, I don't want to know her name.
Right? You probably seen a few videos of her, right?
That's why I don't want to know, because then you'll fuck up the.
You'll find out like if she comes and hits you up one day, you're like, yeah, but you gotta do this, you like.
Yeah, because I seen a porn with. I'm sorry, my people. We went on to a whole porno. You can jump in anytime.
No, I'm listening.
I seen this porn before, right? And this one dude, I seen him in mad porns when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
And then he was in. I think I was going through like one of those video pages, and you could push on the screen and it kind of like starts.
The thumbnail goes.
Throwing out, and he was with a she-male.
Okay.
And it fucked up every porn he ever been for me after that. I was like, I can never watch this dude again. Too bad.
I'm not gonna lie though, I've been seeing. I could show you a picture right now of a trans. That
no,
I think it's like a 5-year procedure. Yeah, bro. I don't trust women
5-year
anymore.
procedure.
Yeah, she's going through a whole
I know in Brazil and the Philippines that's mad popular.
I
Yeah.
heard it was popular in
Thailand,
Hawaii
bro.
too. Wasn't that a Hawaii thing also? Like there was a lot of prostitution was I'm sorry from Hawaiians if I'm wrong, but was it like prostitution was mostly boys. Like they
In
dressed as
Hawaii?
female. Yeah.
I have no clue.
But I think I seen that like a real. What was that show called? Real Sex. A few years.
Oh, that was on like HBO at night.
Yeah. I think I seen it over there. That was a long time ago, so I could be definitely cleaned up.
Yo, but speaking of gay shit, let me.
This is her.
Speaking of
That
gay-
was a guy?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I would fuck that.
Right.
Jesus. Jesus.
Right.
I
You
would.
can for the low price.
Yo, I would run into that. I would definitely just run into that, like full blown.
that procedure's amazing.
Here we go.
Right?
It's the show. This show just came out, but because I have Hulu and it got HBO and Stars. Basically, I saw it. It intrigued me at first
Was it High Maintenance?
High Maintenance.
High Maintenance is the show.
So basically, I only saw a pothead. That's all I saw as a glimpse. So I'm saying to myself, oh, it's a stoner sitcom. Let me watch it. It is just only 20% stoner sitcom. The
Okay.
rest is all gay, just gay shit, just gay porn. This guy got his dick sucked off, was getting hammered.
How many episodes in are you?
It's just one. It was just the first pilot episode.
That was
And-
the first episode.
The first episode, I ran into all that shit. It was like the exact opposite of Game of Thrones. Instead of seeing titties, I saw dick. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then the
first episode.
the first episode just like pulled me away. I was like, "No way, I'm not watching this shit anymore." But I stood there and I gave it a chance. You know, I'm like, it's 2019. Let me not judge and just like throw them away because they're gay. So let me see the whole thing. It was not worth it. It was not worth it. I don't know what the hell HBO is doing.
Wow. Was that Hulu or that HBO?
It was in HBO.
I don't know, man.
It wasn't not
we
was
can't
not
start
worth
the
it.
show off with. But at the same time, we can't say that because Luke Cage started off with like a sex scene.
Yeah.
Was it a gay sex scene though?
No, it was a straight sex scene.
That's acceptable.
It didn't count. It was a dark room with 2 black people. Does not count.
Uh,
They just saw
it
shadows.
Wasn't magical. All right. You was racist. Yo.
What do you mean?
I mean,
is
for
it not true?
I mean, but for him,
You
that's
know
a common thing.
technically-
Right.
For him,
You're
it's a common
technically
thing. You know?
on that spectrum, right? Of that color spectrum.
So?
You know, you're there.
So I can't be racist if I'm there.
Yeah, but you're also cut the lights off. You disappeared too.
Amen. So only during
Except
the
for
summer.
you, though. You don't pass
Only
the
during the
feedback to
summer.
us. You actually,
I'm like halfway there, but
I'm
not
actually
there.
calling Trump. Don't even worry about it. You actually just be right here for a little bit. Just stay here for a second.
It's okay, bro. I mean, just give it a month and you'll be starving. I mean, that EBT card about to be dry as fuck.
Yo.
The super gonna look
Hey.
dry as hell, just like Venezuela's
Well,
supermarkets
about
pretty
me,
soon.
Me gonna be good. Right.
Nah, they're gonna make it look like North Korea. Everything's gonna look fresh, but it's all plastic.
All
It's all
plastic.
plastic. That's when they make the lettuce in the that little machine.
Oh yeah, they make.
But that's
a
just-
sign would come like not grown, it'd be like made in China.
Right.
But that's just like for advertisement. That's not even like to sell as food, though. You do know that, right?
What? Of course, I know that.
Okay.
So I had this fight with this lady. She said that lettuce is supposed to burn.
Oh my god.
What?
Lettuce burns.
Who does that? That's like mostly water.
So
I hope
remember
she-
those, you remember those videos that came out a few years back? They're like, oh, this food's not real. Look, if you put the fire on it, it doesn't burn.
Oh, that was a cheese.
Oh my god.
No, they did. No, they did it with lettuce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was sitting there like they don't know lettuce don't burn.
Yeah. They
That's
dry
some
it up.
crazy shit, yo.
That's like-
Maybe you misheard her.
No.
And she
There's a few
said-
videos you can look them up.
No. I'm saying the person you talked to. Maybe you misheard her, and she said, "Let us burn," because those people are stupid and deserve to burn.
What is happening?
Yo, you're
Okay.
mind blowing.
You
Exactly.
okay?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I want to be about it.
I'm
Let's
here.
let's bring.
I got the shoulder, dogs. Okay? We talk okay. Oh, it's all right. Who hurt you?
You know what?
Huh?
I decided I'm gonna help this lady out. I'm gonna start a flammable supermarket.
Oh,
Yeah.
All-
Everything burns in there. So please step
Everything
in. Yes.
burns.
And there's nothing but rugs. So if you touch something, there's a shock, and that spark lights and ignites it,
What the fuck?
and
are
there you go.
talking about,
What do you
son?
mean? It's supposed to burn for this lady, right?
I'm just picturing it in my head. It's just like one big death trap.
Right? Just a giant carpet everywhere.
It's like an electrician, like
I'm
just
coming
want to
in
get
there with socks
revenge.
I'm definitely coming in with socks.
Just wool socks.
Just wool socks. I'm just gonna static shock the shit out of something. Just
He was like, hey lady, I thought you okayed the contract for prevailing wage. Oh no, I denied it. My boyfriend got the job instead. I need you to go to the supermarket here. You're the reason why I can't pay my mortgage. What? It's okay, everything's half off.
Yo, you guys are tripping today.
What do you mean?
I know that, right?
No,
Yo,
you can't trip in the supermarket. It's bad.
Yeah, that's the bad thing. That's the whole idea with the rug. Yo, are you paying attention to this conversation?
real.
I guess not.
It's like the worst thing to do.
You know
I
what?
guess
Come
not.
shopping. It'll cut your
I
mind.
know,
off of it.
right?
All right.
We teach you the hard way when
I
you
guess-
trip.
I guess.
You be turning around like Harrison Ford. Don't trip.
Even though you watch a lot of movies
You damn straight. I got a show. I got a show box. I
because
got Hulu.
because you're single, huh?
You're damn straight. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I go to all the trap houses, yo. I go to all of them. I trip out.
You
I
said
trip.
you was gonna tell us about some information, yo.
Okay, so I go to the cabaret, right? Because it's like literally 3 blocks from me.
Okay.
Now,
Still touch me.
now, so I have 2 particular girls that I frequent with. Now, one of them.
Why you have to say the name of the place?
Why? Because you know what? It's about time. Like everybody knows it. Everybody from Patterson pretty much knows it.
No, it's a secret.
It is not a secret.
It's a Patterson secret.
It is not a
Not a
Patterson.
Patterson secret. It's all over Snapchat.
It's like
It's a historical place.
historical place. Historical
that a
place
lot-
is St. Michael's Church, just up
that
the
A
block.
lot of businessmen
That-
go in and conduct business.
Word.
All right, whatever. The point,
I'm playing, go ahead, go
but
ahead.
the point is that lady told me that they got a ticket.
Ticket for what?
I'm not sure what it is. She didn't want to tell me. But one of my favorites, basically, favorite number 2, I guess. Basically, she said that the business is gonna be closed for 20 days. She said that this Sunday is like it. If you want to come by, I'll be here. But like pretty much, it's gonna be shut down for a while. And I was like, but why?
So why do you get a ticket?
I don't even know. I was like, they finally caught ya. I mean, about time. They caught, because they did catch this entire. That's why it's not a secret. It was in the newspaper. They shut it down for the same sex scandals and all that other nonsense. I don't know who it was.
That always happens. Like Route 46, every motel that's there has been.
Yeah, every now and then they get shut down. I mean, it doesn't happen way too often, but they were shut down for this same like illegal action before. Now, why is it this time? She told me, oh, it's probably because they found something dirty or something like that. I was like, get out of here. What they find? A white drops on the lap couch, or like?
Isn't that weird though?
No, what?
I don't know that whole situation.
What? In my personal opinion, they just need to really. Why is it that in Las Vegas it's legal, but over here it's not?
Because they have testing over there as well.
But they could do that here, though.
We always said that prostitution should be legal.
I mean, just look at like marijuana, or like for me personally, online poker or poker in general.
Okay.
Back when I was 18, I wanted to get into a poker site because I was really good. I was just like wrecking people left and right. And ironically, at that time, America actually got shut down on poker sites. You used to go to poker.net, used to go to World Series.
Oh, yeah. There was a poker thing going on.
Yeah, there was kids. I remember there was one story. This kid stole like I think $1,000 from his dad, and he just kept playing and playing because he was so good. He made $1 million. He just stacked up his stacks, paid back his dad, and he took a picture with a Ferrari. There was a show about him and his friends that did it together, and they would basically go online and play.
Poker is sketchy. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
There's
then
also a lot
you're
of
thinking-
tax evasion.
Yeah,
with
a
that.
lot of tax evasion. Then a lot of criminal activity comes with those.
Plus
and
the mods and bots that you can make to find out what cards are coming out, your probability of them.
you can steal
I
credit
mean-
card informations and things.
I mean,
like
but that's the risk with everything, that could be harmful to your body. Like when you drink excessively liquor,
Mhm.
all right, but I get
it's controlled. But at the end of the day, is anyone possessing you to do these harmful actions?
But when we're talking about prostitution, and then we're talking about like gambling, like we said, we laid all these things that comes with gambling, so it needs to be regulated. That's why places like Las Vegas exist, Atlantic City. It needs to be regulated and controlled, so people aren't doing dumb stuff like stealing from parents and they're underage, making fucking millions of dollars, or whatever type of nonsense that happens with gambling. Which happens all the time. But when it comes to prostitution, you talk about two consenting adults, one giving a service, like almost like it's almost like what, a massage, right?
Therapeutic.
I would say like if you could pay a woman or a man or whatever you're into, whatever, right? If you could pay them to rub on you, right? Why would it be a problem to pay them to do that? I mean, isn't that just us trying to control how people think? It's the same thing. I mean, right? I mean, because if you look at it for what it is, I mean, so it's more okay for a woman to get, I don't know, Johnny that's 70-something years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's about to kick the bucket at any moment. It's cool for her to sleep with him,
yeah,
until she gets paid off, right? That's okay. But for her to do a night of that, let's just say for her to do a night, she's in whatever, for them to do that, that's illegal, because she didn't work longer. I don't know. I'm just seeing for what it is. I'm not saying if it's okay.
Well,
I'm not okaying the situation either. I'm just saying if we're talking about two consenting adults, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, why don't we look at the lady who's with the 85-year-old man for what it is? That's prostitution, right? But that we're okay with that. But we're not okay with the girl who just does it for the day, or I'm saying girl because I'm heterosexual, but
yeah,
the person that does it for a day. Why do we see? Where is the line? Why do we don't see the line?
Because they see a difference between a job and a relationship. That's the difference.
Yeah, basically.
So it's wrong for her to do that job?
It's not wrong. Like it's a job that people need. It should be done, right? Because then, if not, you have like the kid who was gonna do the shooting. I forgot where. Because he was always denied by girls.
To me, all those women who was with Hefner, no disrespect, those prostitutes.
They wanted to be.
That's
their job.
But that's
their
what
job.
They are though. But they was with them.
They're models.
They could give him a certain. But no 20-something-year-old girl wants to be with a fucking 83-year-old man.
Daddy issues.
Unless she got some crazy ass. It has to be not even daddy issues. She gotta have grandpa issues. Honestly, right?
She's Snake Plissken's like secret brother and secret sister.
You know what I'm saying? Like no one wants to be with that guy.
Maybe she worked. Her parents worked in a leather factory, and they brought home leather, and she liked the feeling of old skin.
It's like the sound of mayonnaise rubbing across her body, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like fucking dental floss and mayonnaise being mixed into a fucking vat. That's how that shit sounds. Gross. I told somebody this story when I used to work at Care One at the Cupola in Ridgefield when I was young, and I was doing dietary. That's the kid that used to come with the trays.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I used to come from, and then Mr. Johnson, fitting name for his ass. Mr. Johnson was this Caucasian man that was blowing the backs out of half of the fucking seniors inside the goddamn place. So my young ass opens up the door. Mr. Johnson, your food's here, and he's got doing back shots on one of the old ladies who got the walker. He's just right? and I'm just like, oh no, this did not just happen to me, right? I did not just walk into two fucking elderly 70, 80-year-old people having sex. And he ain't stopping. He's just like, put the food right there, guy. I'll be down there soon. It's like, all right, Mr. Johnson.
he ain't got much time left.
I'm not mad at him either, because if I was in his shoes, I'd definitely be teared up. But
that's why I kind of want to be in a nursing home. I want to be in a nursing home.
Hell no.
My kids see this. No. You guys have permission to put me in a nursing home.
Not the nursing home. You go into the senior complex. So you get your own little house though, but it's all seniors.
Has to be one floor though.
Yeah.
Interact with
There's all.
everybody.
They always put the bedrooms on the first floor. All right. Second floor, you have to have like somebody who's able to do it. They gotta do like ADLs or whatever shit. Anyway, and then they have a nurse that comes to each house.
Yeah.
And then check and blah blah blah. All right, that's what you want to do because that's where they really begin.
That's where I'm be at.
That's where they really begin to go. And these old people don't care. They have one of the highest rates of STDs.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Are in the elderly. The highest rates
Really?
of STDs are teenagers and elderly.
Because you're about to kick the bucket, yo. You better go to DR, get your freak on, go to Mexico. Not Philippines, though. Fuck
Yo.
that.
Why not?
Nah, you don't know. You might run into one of them pictures that you showed me, and then be like,
guys play roulette with this sometimes. You gotta roulette it sometimes, bro.
You're gonna show up at more. You're like,
No,
and the test results came back.
Well, isn't that
is
the
the
guy
rule.
from Kung Fu? What's his name? From Kill Bill. Isn't that how he died? They caught him in the room. He was like, he did autoerotic fixation. They caught him in the room hanging from his belt that he applied to himself while he was pleasuring himself, and they said it was a lady boy and
So?
boy that she had.
I'm telling you right now, if I ever visit Thailand,
Wait, did he really die?
I
like
would
that?
do as the Thais do.
Wow. You talking about the old guy that they killed at the last?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Autoerotic fixation.
Yeah, bro,
died.
he's a real freak. Was a real freak.
Mhm.
This guy was R. Kelly 2.0.
They said
yo.
they this is what I read. This is what I read at that time. There was like the lady boy freaked out because when he couldn't get to the rope, but he wouldn't let go of himself at the same time. It was weird. So I guess when he got in it, he was in it, but he couldn't get the rope from around his not the rope, the belt. So he was reaching for the belt, and then the lady boy freaked out and ran out. So
Supposedly the best orgasm you ever feel.
that close to death orgasm must be insane.
Right?
Like I never understood like when women, like I'm not sure.
They like getting
I'm not
choked
sure
and
if you can
getting-
still do that now.
If they say it, they do it.
I mean, you got to get a consent form and 2 forms of ID, and you got to get a lot of stuff. But you know,
Yeah.
when you could just, there was times when you could just choke the girl and she liked it or whatever. Like that, what is that lightheadedness? You get like
Yeah,
some type of
it's like
dopamine rush or something?
It's like the autoerotic is by yourself, so it's just asphyxiation.
Yeah, I think
orgasm.
he was watching the lady boy do things. So,
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what, bro? Let him be.
You into that?
Hell no, I never did that.
You wasn't into the voyeur lifestyle?
No, I mean the way I see it
You
is
do
like,
look like you
look,
step in trees
nah,
and you hang like
nah.
a rat
What I do is honestly not to offend any Jewish people. The way
Wow,
you see that? That's
said Jewish
FBI,
people,
yo.
And his phone lit up to start recording. Did
I know,
you
right? You
that
see
shit?
that? Yo.
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
All right, let me take off this watch. I think the watch activated Bixby by accident.
All right.
The point is that I be walking into them explicit joints pretty much like a Wolfentot, like from the Nazi era. I look at them, I'm like, this one is saggy and old. Get away from me.
That's fucked up.
That is messed up, yo.
This one looks like she's in her 20s and 30s.
Oh,
Tell her to stand on the
man.
wall. This one looks fake. Get it away from me. This one is too thin. She looks like she's malnourished. Burn this one. That's how I grade them. That's why I tell you when
I'm not gonna be able to promote any of these fucking things because they gonna block us.
that's why I tell you, like, when I go to
What do you
the
mean, bro? Respect his craft.
yeah,
All right?
when I go to the cabaret, I literally have only 2 girls because
You
it's
be
like,
like, you just put them. You don't feel right today. Go.
pretty much. I'm like,
That is so fucked up.
Leave him
shit.
be, bro. He got
Oh my
preferences.
god, yo, I couldn't imagine standing on a line and people
No.
gotta like choose
No.
me.
It-
and then
yes,
just-
it's good
just
for
to
the
have
sim- no.
sex.
I'll tell you right now, I would
yo,
I
that's
would
the
defend
beauty.
this.
That's the beauty of America, yo.
I'll defend this right now because
That is the beauty of
Look,
America.
No, look, I would defend him right now for the simple fact this is the only place where a guy has a right or is able to reject a girl. Out in public, guys get rejected by girls all the
I know,
time. It's like
right?
a normal thing. Guy walks in there, he can say no as many times as he wants.
Exactly.
You see,
But-
make them feel
But
better.
it's,
Yo.
it's a little bit of a
In
payoff
the
because
world,
women,
world where
Alright,
the
it-
rats are the common folk, I am the king, yo. Because
Yeah.
I'm tall as fuck,
Listen,
and I'm
in
the
their,
cheese.
In their defense, they do get most of the shit. Like women, they do get most of the shit. So rejection is a normal thing for them.
No,
like not
rejecting people is a normal thing.
Rejecting people and them being rejected has to be normal. For them. Yes, man. Oh well, okay. Hold on. You're right. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, because women, they can get what they want.
Yeah.
If they ask the right guy.
That's it.
But rejecting people is normal. They do get most of the shit though. They got all the emotions.
Look, check like that. I mean, if a hot guy and a hot girl walk through a crowd, right? Mm-hmm. Girls will look at them, guys will look at them, right? Now the hot guy asks these girls to sleep with them, and the girl asks these guys to sleep with them.
They're gonna be like, let's run this.
This over here, and then over here they'll be like, no, because if they hear all the yes, some girls will be like, I don't want them because all the girls want them, blah blah blah.
And then
but you also
got all the emotions.
You get a couple hits.
But you gotta also understand that
you get like a hit after you get out the club, and then you get that one girl that run behind you like, I got home with you, and she throwing up.
But you gotta
can't do this because this is rape.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand that when you go to those type of explicit places, right? The girl can't be working there with her heart out. She can't be being emotional and shit like that. You feel me? You go in there because you a cold bitch, plain and simple.
I mean,
and if you get rejected, move on to the next guy. That's why I got two favorites.
They should definitely allow those girls to file taxes.
In my head, I think they should. Like some of them, I remember my second favorite. She showed me a house in DR. Looked like a mansion. She said she was selling it. Do you understand that? Like when we out here grinding for this 18 or 20 or whatever it may be an hour, you know, this bitch is chilling for a month in DR. You know, like,
I mean, there gotta be some benefits behind it, right?
That's what I'm saying. I
mean, but she's also doing a lot of damage to her body.
She is. She really is. I'm not knocking
bro.
that.
Let her spend her best 20 years doing that, and then let
her
chill back after that.
All right, but going back to my original topic. Look, let me finish up. Let me cap this off real quick. Because I did a research paper on this like a long time ago, like literally for PCC, and it was about the online gambling. Going back to that subject real quick.
Right. Yeah, go ahead.
What it was basically, I found out that it's just lobbying bullshit. You know why they illegalized online gambling? It wasn't because of the control factor. If that were the case, they would have shut down cigarettes so many times. They would have shut down alcohol breweries so many times. You're making 70 alcohol proof. You know how badly that kills people? You mix that into a drink, you think it's a 40 alcohol proof, and suddenly your liver can't take it, and you get shut down for that? No, but there's no control over that.
But there is. You have a certain amount of percentage to be for that to be labeled a certain type of alcohol. So they have that through there. With tobacco, they do tell you how much tobacco's in there.
No, they tell you. But what if somebody mixes that in a drink?
Then at that point, if it goes in for testing, the FDA will come after them as well. So there is standards and regulations for it.
I used to be
now with gambling, there's no standard or regulation of how much you can deposit in.
All right,
you can give up your house. You can go down to Atlantic City and put credit against your house. And some people lose their house from 1 hour of gambling.
Yeah.
So that's why they will need that
but
regulation.
Now let me explain this part. Why was there regulation against online gambling? Because basically when I did the research, got the facts, it was basically because places like Las Vegas, Atlantic City, they're becoming ghost towns overnight. Because back then, let's face it, internet wasn't around. If you wanted to shoot down against people and profit out of poker, you pretty much had to live there. You had to live there. Now the world is more as they call it, flat, according to this other guy, where basically instead of having to go around, it's flat. Why? Because of the internet. So basically I can connect to some guy in Brazil, you know, and try to sell him something, and we can talk to Google Translate, and I don't have to learn Portuguese. I just type in one box and he sees it in his language, and et cetera, et cetera. Point is that casinos were losing money. They were basically being played by European servers, also American servers, and they just couldn't compete. So they lobbied, you know, basically to get that shut down. And they realized that there was backdoors. I found a backdoor, you know, I'll gladly admit it. There was this card called what was it called? It was a black card. Basically, it was a Visa. It was a Visa gift card. You loaded it up, and for some odd reason, it was an American Visa gift card, but it had this loophole that transcended past the wall that prevented you from depositing into these sites.
Mm-hmm.
So you were able to still throw down. You still made money. And the only difference was that you would have to withdraw in a form of a check and then cash it out at a cashier. So you would have to pay all these little micro fines and penalties or whatever to get your money. But the end result is the same. You get your money. And America was finding out that these walls that like Trump is about to try and make, they're meaningless. They're meaningless because they kept losing money. In fact, the
reason why America as a whole, as the country and government was losing money is because none of that was being taxed.
Exactly.
Because they would all go to offshore banking. So that's why you would want that money. So the hard-earned money that people have made in America, right? Yeah. This is why a lot of right-wingers complain about Hispanics who come here and send the money back, and then over there they use the money in their economy, but it's not coming back into our economy. So in an economy view, it's wrong, right? This is what they did for gambling. As an economy view, all the money is being sent over there.
But that doesn't mean you shut down the entire online market. That means you just make it taxable. I mean, with New Jersey right now, we have online poker.
Well, they found a way to,
and now you can get taxed for it.
Before they didn't, so they would have to shut it down to start the regulations to then be able to go forward.
You didn't have to shut it down.
You would have to, because all the private servers that were holding, they even made movies and documentaries about it, that they were making all this money. They're Americans making all this money and not when they bring the money back, not getting taxed on it. It's the same way with offshore banking and why we view bankers to be the bad guys, because they found these loopholes and we get pissed off because they were able to
Switzerland.
Yes.
They finally got shut down, but they moved it to another.
But now here we're upset at it as middle class people, but then all at the same time, a lot of middle class people want the online poker to be able to go. It's a double-edged sword. It's either you agree with one and disagree with agree with the other, or you disagree with both. You can't have both and allow both to go.
Well, my argument there was that, well, first just drawing real quick to the Switzerland event. They were both countries already shook hands and regulated everything, so a lot of rich people got fined, a lot of people got shut down, but it just moves honestly to another country because there's always
now it'd be Puerto Rico.
But the whole thing, them getting fined, wasn't even a big deal because most people who did have offshore banking was already knew that the end was coming. So they were already prepped for the fees. So everyone's already prepped for how much the fees were going to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying no. But going back to the poker, the reason why they brought it back was because, the money never stopped being generated. But what I'm trying to say is that, I don't know, for me to say you needed to shut down a server for, I think it was like what? I think it was like five or something years that they eventually brought it back. It was not necessary. I mean, you just needed to regulate, just regulate it.
Yeah, but regulations take time.
Regulations take time.
You can't have the server running and everyone doing whatever going free fall while you're trying to get regulation together. You have to shut it down.
Yeah.
Also, with that, the server was never truly shut down. It was just restricted in the areas. But you were able to get around it with VPN by changing your IP address over time.
Yeah, making it sound like you're from Britain.
Yeah, so it would switch it up. You were allowed, you just know how to go around it.
I was a little kid. I didn't even know what a VPN was. I just YouTubed it.
Real quick.
YouTube real quick. Had a loophole, and this guy was like, "Yeah, you just get this one Visa gift card," and he flashed it, and I was like, I went to Kmart, just stole that bitch.
Yeah.
And I just went back to a cashier's spot and dumped $300 in. I always called my money soldiers whenever I played poker. I was like, these are the Blackwater ops right here.
Gosh, so you was all in when it came down to poker.
When it came down to poker, some of the stuff that Marv has in the studio, I actually won it from poker. I actually told him, one of the funny stories was I was on my phone and I was playing poker on Brugada.
Marv said you can't be saying that. Yeah.
You know what? This is our podcast here. Real shit
The
talker.
real shit talking.
Well, he did it in a legal way. He was using the Brugada app.
It wasn't
So-
illegal.
Brugada down in
So
AC.
yeah, so it was perfectly legal. So what happened? I basically threw down, and within a half hour, I told him, "Yo, if I make $300, we out to New York." That same half hour, I made $300. And back then, as an apprentice for this cheap ass fire alarm company, I was making like what, $500 after tax, and yeah, basically, I was stoked. I mean, I made 2/3 my check right there, like in a half hour. I didn't have to touch no wire, didn't have to go to no one's dusty ass cellar, swap batteries or like check any bullshit. Like bam, and we just went to New York, and he was like, "Hey yo, Moses, we're going to New York." Yeah, right now. I'm going. Peter said he just wants money. Yeah, we're gonna go.
It sound like that.
So anyway, so that's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, like when getting was good, I go all in. You know what I mean. But when
Isn't that guy? What's his name? Dan Bilzerian. He made millions of dollars off of poker.
Yeah.
Was he also like special forces?
Yeah, supposedly.
there's a whole bunch of people that make poker into a living. Like what's his name?
He has like a woman every day. It's a new one.
Phil.
Like 7 of them.
7.
It
takes on yachts.
Matter of fact, let's see what Dan's doing today.
What's this guy's name? Phil Hellmuth. There's a whole bunch of poker stars. People that just show up and they just play, and they make money just for being there and stuff.
What's the draw to it?
The draw to it?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta understand these people. They win what they win.
Mm-hmm.
Bracelets and shit, like the World Series of Poker, facing 1,000 people all the way till you get to the end. It's tiring though. It's like a 1 week long, and you're playing the same game. You know how much.
I was never into like gambling because
All right, so this weekend.
my pops was like huge on horse racing and shit. And
Yeah.
I was just not into that shit. I was like, I used to dread going to those places. Used to smell like cigars and lost hopes. That's what it smelled like in there. So it was, but that shit turned me off from gambling altogether. Like I'll go into like a casino, drop $20. Really good at like blackjack. Drop $20 on blackjack, double up on that 20, and be ready to be done.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll get like $60, $100 or probably $60. I'm like, yeah, just double it. Yeah, made a little money off my 20, and I'm going home. Finish. Had a good week. Like I can't play and sit there for like hours and hours on end, trying to see who could beat who in a card game.
I mean, the way I see, for me, when it came to poker for Atlantic City, like Caesar's Palace is dirty as hell. They have the poker. They have the poker room like underneath the escalator.
Yeah, I used to fight there. So.
And the chips are like mad dirty. I hated it. Now I'm going to the Brugada. Oh my god, their poker floor is like
Brugada.
the Brugada.
What kind of poker would you play?
No limit 2-5, no limit 1-2.
Oh, okay.
Texas Hold'em.
And then you say you built the poker table.
Yeah, I
didn't you?
build poker tables. I have fun with that. Yeah, because if you play Texas Hold'em, and it's that I actually enjoy playing Omaha, which is annoying as hell. It's like Texas Hold'em on roids. Because you
get 4 cards.
Yeah,
right?
your 3 of a kind is nothing now at this point. That's like having a high card. It's some fun times.
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, ever. Like I remember a friend of mine. What did he have? He had a full house, right? He had a full house, and he's happy about it. He's like, it's high probability chance of winning. Motherfucker gets 4 of a kind and beats him. You're like, all right, well then fuck you. Like here I am about to put more because I think I did a good hand. All of a sudden, you have a much better hand, but you can't tell because you have 4 other cards.
Well, that's how they end up stealing your house.
That's why. So I don't do that. I just play blackjack.
A card. Can you imagine work your ass off to get a house or whatever, and then you lost it in a card game?
Yeah.
That like a 30-minute, like he said, 30-something minute card game, just lost your house.
Yeah. I've seen someone do that where they're fighting with, they like go into the credit booth and they're begging. And they're like, nah, this is what you did.
How much is? What's the most you ever lost?
Me, the most I ever lost in a month was like 1,000 something.
It's not bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's bad if you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? But it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it back?
No, that particular month, I was like, let me just go cold turkey and just stop. Because the way I see it is like when I hit an extreme negative, like 1,000 or more, I just go cold turkey. I just like
That's
stop.
good. You got to cut up for it.
Yeah, there's
Some
a
people
cut.
be like, I got to get it back. I got to get it back.
No, the way I see it is like during that time when I was in Villainy Games, I was making a hella money off of poker, but then came December and I just had a bad run and I just said no. I was like, let me just put a stop to this, you know? And then I took like a year off and then I came back and made a couple of bucks and got drunk and stupid with it, you know?
I hear you, man. I hear you. That's the best way of living. That's the best way of freaking living, guys. So, how would you... Hold on. Sorry. 1 second.
No, when I go to casinos, I just keep it simple. Just blackjack. I win what I need to cover me for the weekend, and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, out of all the times I've been down there, I think there's only been 1 or 2 weekends that I ended up going negative for. Because normally I will play blackjack, went to like cover my room, went to cover my stay, and then a couple hundred so that my wife can go spend money. I'm like, here, just go whatever you want to get. So I'm always leaving at least in the green or not spending my money when we go shopping. So there was only 2 times where I'm like, all right, I'm done spending on the casino. Here's some money to go shopping and I'll come up.
Never had to have that conversation with myself, see? Like, I'm done spending money because I don't spend it.
Yeah, I go down there with I would go down with 300 to gamble with. As soon as that 300 is done, I'm like, all right, I'm done. Here's my stay for the room. Here's my gambling money went away, and then I have money set aside for shopping. So that's what I consider.
You have control. You have control.
I have that. That's what I would consider a negative day. Normally, when I go down, I win my stay. I win for the rooms and say I'm up another 300. I'm like, all right, babe, let's go eat. Let's go out to eat. Let's go clubbing, whatever. Let's go shopping, and it'll be like that. Be set. So I don't go too stupid with it. But that's because I also had an influence in my life that would sometimes be down like $7,000, and he'll keep playing until he was finally back to maybe up $600-700.
At least he got back.
Sometimes he was down a couple grand to get up there though. And then there were some times where I believe he won. I want to say he was up 15. Right, 15 grand. Never went out, never cashed out, none of that. He went and ended up losing that, and was -2 by the end of the night. I'm like, what are you doing? You're up compared to what you just won. Just stop.
That was a house.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that you can do a whole you can do a whole renovation on a house with that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could just skip on the permits and just get a sledgehammer.
That works too, but some people need people.
Oh.
You take off the wrong wall. A lot of people forget it's a load bearing wall and it drops.
Oh, you hit that wire.
Oh my
That's
God.
fine.
Oh, that would be great.
I mean, nobody told you to take down the studs on the wall. Like, just
And
work.
Not gonna lie.
Don't demo unless you know what
Not
you're
gonna
doing.
lie, I really do enjoy it when I'm at work and say it's a new build, or we're doing retrofit and somebody like they just carelessly take the sawzall through the wall and try to cut it since they're knocking down a wall, and they cut a wire before they even tell us. I love hearing them scream. It's my favorite part because like you're not asking like, hey, you see an outlet down there.
Yeah.
Why the hell are you gonna cut across?
My brother, he worked for Cablevision, one of my little brothers, and he ended up hitting something wrong in some bank. He was in the bank vault, fucking with the wires, and then ass went. Yep, was out for a minute, yo. I was just like, damn, dogs. Damn. I think being electrocuted must suck, Dick.
It depends.
It has to be
A
the
quick
worst.
hit, or if you're wrapped, then yeah.
You ever see
quick
those people
hits
with the lightning marks when they get struck by lightning?
Yeah, I
The
want one.
lightning tattoo?
I want one.
They call it a lightning tattoo. So you get struck by lightning. The lightning that runs through your body leaves an impression on your skin. They call it a lightning tattoo. Look like your look like scattered. Fuck, whatever.
I want one.
Start looking like
as soon as
Odin
I-
and shit.
As soon as I get hit, I want to take my right hand up, so at least like down this arm, just all the way up.
And it's gonna go into your heart. And you
No, the heart's on this side. Stupid.
It still shoots through your body.
Yeah,
you gotta
that's-
control it. You're the fucking.
Well,
you're
yo,
one of the
he's
last
the
airbenders in this
Yo,
bitch.
First
he's
of
the
all-
avatar, yo.
First of
Fucking
all,
summoning
if you
shit.
have a path to enter and exit, then yes, you can control it. So the arm goes
you
there.
got control.
Yeah.
No, what
Yo,
you're saying.
stop.
You're gonna control something that goes faster than the speed of light.
You know, it is the speed of light.
Well, no, some light can
dumbass.
reach faster.
No.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
Oh
No,
my
it can't.
God. Yo,
Okay.
we're
Okay.
lightning
Okay.
benders, okay? We're
So
the new breed.
But you're gonna tell me you're gonna control it. You're
Shocking,
not
I know.
fasting
You see
enough
it?
to do it.
You see this? You only saw the first
You
book.
think?
You have to see the second book.
You think.
I can't.
We're lightning benders, yo.
So I'm
Yeah,
not
bro.
going to your funeral.
That's fine.
I'm
No,
just
wait,
letting
you're
you
supposed
know.
to play that pumpkin
I'm
that
not
was
playing-
supposed
so you
to.
supposed to be in this fucking pumpkin thing. This guy's playing the pumpkin.
Damn, what show was it?
Oh
It's
my God.
It's a
it was a
garbage
show at the end. It would always be like some Asian and the black dude, and they were playing like a goodbye song. I really want to remember the show,
Anyway,
but I
I'm
wanted
not-
him to be playing the pumpkin
And
one.
I told him that he's racist because there's only one black guy in the show, and he's so happy.
At
to be
least
playing
you're
the
that
pumpkin.
one black guy.
And then, so I'm the token black guy in your life.
That's how it is. So when I'm really racist, I can be like, but I have a black friend. They ask who, I'm like, it's Matt. Like, that's a white name.
Damn.
Like,
You're lying. Yo, I've been to comedy shows and they made fun of that. They were like, "Yo, what's your name?" I'm like, "Matt." They're like, "Why you fucking lying, Jamal?"
Hey, yo, Shaquan.
Yo, all right, Jack. Come on now, you should kill. Relax.
it was Playhouse. There you go.
I never
That was
watched
a
that
show.
show. You know.
I really want to just play it right now.
You
so
used to
people can
watch
hear
that
it.
show. You used to watch those shows where they used to molest kids in the back.
Just so
You
you see it.
terrible
I, was like,
person.
I want him to be the one playing the
Look at this.
pumpkin.
Look at this guy.
What the fuck?
So
that
what we're
sounds
looking
pretty
at
racist.
Is a
What do you mean?
man with skinny dreads, smiling too much, playing the pumpkin as a bongo,
That sounds pretty racist.
and that
right
is
there.
racism.
All right, just answer me this.
Hmm.
Halloween time. Have you ever just played the pumpkin?
No,
So you've never just smacked on top of
Nope.
pumpkin? I don't believe you.
never thought about it.
Don't believe you.
Wasn't in even a thought in my brain.
Don't
To start
believe you.
playing a fucking pumpkin like a fucking drum.
Don't
All
believe
right?
you.
No, you know why? Because I don't even play the bongos. So why am I beating
Oh,
on
you
things?
just so
So because I'm black, I'm just beating on things.
Can you?
now?
have you?
Everyone
Have you
can
ever
just
used
Look.
a table to make a beat?
Look, that's
Have
like
you ever used a
that's
table to
like
make
a
a
black person saying
Everybody
he
done
never
that.
used cocoa butter.
Spanish people.
But you're not a drummer,
Spanish
right?
people
You
play.
obviously touched the drums at one point in your life.
right?
Who, me?
Yes.
No.
Yes, you have.
Why would I touch the drums?
That's like cocoa butter to you guys. You guys have
Right?
to. It's like an essential.
You sat down. I
You-
can see you.
you sitting
Well,
here looking like
it-
Mr.
it-
Penguin from
it-
Batman,
it's,
right?
it's like the
You
it's
gonna
like
say
it's like
I
the
look like we got cocoa butter?
it's like
You
the
need
sun.
cocoa butter.
It's like the sun to the Aztecs. It's like, you know.
You would definitely be sacrificed if the Aztecs were around.
Oh hell no! I'll be an engineer.
I'm definitely gonna make sure you get sacrificed. I don't know who I gotta talk to.
They look at you
Right.
and they'll be like, your heart, your skin is
Nah,
burnt like
to,
the sun.
well, to them, I'll
They'll
be a
think
god.
he'll come from the.
I will
from
be
hell.
Apollo to them. Do you understand me? I will be
That's
the god of
Greeks.
sun. Well, don't matter. Any sun god, that's me because I've been kissed by the sun. Do you hear me? I
looks
was
like you were
chosen.
burnt.
I was chosen. Now, Jack, he will be a tranny.
What are you talking
Okay, you'll definitely be one of the women, one of the women who get raped by the village
Nah.
chief. Yes, you
about?
will.
I'll be the
Damn.
witch doctor. Put a spell on you. Oh,
You
He-
ever seen
he
the-
looks- he
you ever
looks like
seen-
a witch
you ever
doctor
seen the
with that
witch
beard and
doctors
hair.
they have in like Africa and stuff? Are they always high? Their eyes are always bloodshot red. Well, every time I see a video, their eyes are always like bloodshot red.
You know what?
What?
I can see you as a witch doctor.
Why? Because I'm strong.
Yep. Always. Always.
Always on the hash.
You just have to be malnourished a little bit.
Oh,
You're
man.
ashy as it is.
I'm ashy as shit right now, but I don't care.
You see? You need that white war paint
Wow,
and that weird walking stick.
whatever.
Looking like Ace Ventura. Chicata.
You look like you have a Triple H nose, you know. You know Triple H? You about to come through the fucking aisle with a wrestling title. I'm gonna play the game. Shut your ass up. With your beanie. Yo, what's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with you guys? You guys just insulting each other. You guys are.
We like Mighty B.
We just spent like 5 minutes just shooting each other. I think it had to happen.
What?
I think we just needed to just let it out, just like shoot each other.
Of course, all the
Word.
time. Yeah, man. We like
I'm so
doing
glad
stuff.
I'm not the racist one here.
Oh, you're the
This year
most
watching you
racist.
guys.
I
When they
mean, this
replay-
is so funny because it's like this
When
is
they
the one show where the black guy is actually racist.
Right?
The black guy's
The-
racist.
the-
How you
Yeah.
see? What? I
You see-
can't
I mean,
be racist.
you
No,
said
black.
you said you were gonna call Trump and tell him to come get me. Yo.
Word.
I'm
You
just saying.
fucked
Hey,
up.
that's
After
not
all the
racist.
shit, after all the shit going down, going
Listen.
down in Texas,
Listen,
Word.
it's over, bruh.
It's not my job.
Nobody training in the gym. That's it. It's over. It's a wrap. yo.
Look, that's your business, okay? What Trump gotta do with you guys, gotta do with you guys. We did our time. bro.
Look, just because you ain't getting reparations, bro, don't mean you gotta hate on the other minority.
Damn, you know that's a sensitive spot for us. All right, you know reparations is a sensitive
I
spot.
mean, when you
Wait,
think
all
about
right.
it, wait, when you think about it, EBT technically counts as a reparation.
Yeah,
All right,
bro.
but you're on EBT too, so
What you mean, bro?
I mean, that would be no different. You're saying black people on EBT, but Spanish
Don't you
people
see
on
all the
EBT
electric
also.
work? I hustle, yo.
Yeah, I hear you. But you on EBT?
I can't.
Also.
I know I can't because I don't got the green card, yo. So, exactly. See,
Where-
you
what's
fucked up your
ICE
knowledge,
number?
yo.
What's ICE number?
Yo,
again?
do it. Come
All right.
at me, bro.
To go build a wall around your
I'll
house.
show him my fake green card that says my name is Mark Twain, yo.
They're gonna put a fucking wall around your house, dogs. All right, keep your ass locked in.
You know, the funny story is the apartment complex that I live in used to be a factory.
Oh, you working?
It just used
You
to be a
working.
factory. I used to be a factory.
I mean, it's nice, right?
It has its moments. It has its moments where
It's
it's
a
like
hunch.
it fucking sucks.
Really?
Yeah, because it has its moments where like the access panel, like it just turns off and there's no way to get inside. And like
Do
you're
they still got like the underground area?
like, what do you mean?
Like usually factories has like you had like boiler area, boiler rooms and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Do they still have that under your complex?
Yeah, you can. There's a basement floor. There's a basement floor. That's what I use to get in when I'm not drunk. I would say like but tipsy, and the panel's not opening up. All 4 doors. I have to literally go all the way around the building, downstairs, and that door for whatever reason is always unlocked, but nobody knows about it.
Those places always freak me out because I always think about a guy who's like running through the boiler room, half naked, watching everybody on camera.
Oh no, that was nothing. Remember when there was the blackout
Mm-hmm.
in Patterson? My
Mhm.
place got shut down for 3 months.
They shut it down like you couldn't go in your own house.
No, not shut it down, but like the electricity was out.
Damn.
So, and my area is all old school. I mean, really, really old school. It felt like walking around there around 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Silent Hill, yo.
Jeez.
I was freaking out.
Oh yeah, you live over there. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know.
So basically, I walked into the building.
you lives over there by the mills, right?
I walked
You
into
know
the
where
building.
Patterson is. There's a mill area. You'll know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah, so basically I walked into the building, pitch black. There's no windows. I mean, it's so dark you could feel it.
about.
You
Jeez.
could feel it. And then you would see like lights like dashing left and right from people using their phones. What I would do back then, I was charging my phone at my boy's house on Mill Street cuz he had lived in the same type of building, but the difference is he had solar panels. And he had the water generator, so he was Gucci. His electricity never turned off. It might have flickered, but he was sitting there playing Smash Bros. Like the shit never happened. I was mad as fuck, you know. And I had like all the phones in the house. I was charging them all up. I was like here, and basically that's how I moved about. And then I remember one time I was in class. My mom sent me the text. She's like, "The lights are back on." I was like, "Yes." And then my teacher was like, "What are you cheering about?" I just got my electricity back. What? It's been 3 months. What's wrong with you? You acting like if I got control over it. You better go back to teaching this class. Shit, I gotta celebrate when I get back.
Oh, damn, dog. So you went for 3 months without electricity.
Yeah.
Damn, weren't everybody else up in like a week?
About
Yeah, it was all up in like a week.
No, for me it was really bad because the water.
The
Water went up and. That old chicken joint
Yeah.
by the bridge, that thing got flooded again.
Dude, there was so much rats running through that area. It was so crazy.
And it's funny because in my area there's a drainage, there's a waterway or whatever.
Mhm.
That people dump so much shit in there, like clothes, bags, bottles, there's a whole bunch of shit there. So it got clogged and the water went up. It was significant to the point where like I felt like I needed a raft to get out that bitch.
Damn.
And what made me mad was that my boss actually called me up and he was like, "So you coming to work?" I was like, "What?" And that time I worked at a kitchen. I worked at Maggiano's. But right now, the staff, like, it all completely changed.
Yo, I fucks with Maggiano's.
Mm-hmm.
I fucks with them.
They some fancy-ass bitches, yo.
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Mm-hmm. Pricey, but fancy as shit. Yeah, I worked in the back. I wasn't a waiter. The fucking chef was calling me. There was so much shit going on there. I would steal food because they wouldn't give you breaks.
Damn. Yeah, I had a friend that used to work there, and he told me that. He said there was no breaks, no nothing. He was like, you usually eat while you're working.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. That's so crazy. Not this guy. This guy, union boy.
I know, right? He union break. Yeah. He's got that 45, yo. He got that 30.
Plus that 15.
Plus that 15 bullshit.
I do service, so we got no breaks.
You do service?
Yeah, the company I work for, we're doing service. So we go to like the Jersey City schools. We do that. North Bergen, basically all of Hudson County, Bergen County.
Oh, I'm a fucking machine.
Nah, we have to finish it like within the 8-hour day. It sometimes sucks.
Yeah.
So we don't always get a break. On the big jobs, sure, but even then, with the company I worked for, we had the foreman was always on point.
Like, did you ever did you ever work out of state?
Oh, when I was doing non-union, yeah. I used to when I was working non-union, I did a lot of in New York, Pennsylvania. Yeah, so it was fun. Climbing like 200-foot towers.
But do you like?
I used to do them shits.
Do you did you ever like like what was your schedule? Your daily schedule, was it like what, 7 to 3?
For union or not union?
Union.
Union normally 7 to 3:30. Yeah.
Oh, so you're always out by midday.
No, because then we go. Sometimes since we do service, we would get a call at 2:00, 2:30, and be like, "Hey, you need to go down to East Brunswick and do something," or you need to go. Hey, I understand you're in Jersey City right now. It's 2:30. School's about to be out, and now you have to go all the way up to Franklin Lakes to do something. So now the traffic. Sometimes we drive 2 hours just through traffic, which is normally like a 45-minute drive or 30-minute drive.
Do you get paid for that?
We get paid to that until we're done. So my day starts at 7 till whenever we end, or actually 6 o'clock till whenever we end. So there's times where we take like a 2-hour drive for a 30-minute fix, and we're like, it's
pointless.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, but my other question is, are you doing the 6-month program or are you doing the full year?
In the union, you have apprenticeship, so you have for the 5-year apprenticeship or an 8-year apprenticeship, you have to do schooling. So throughout that whole time, you're doing like 6 months on, 6 months off, 6 months on, 6 months off. You have the 5 years. You have 5 years of schooling in the A program. So ECW, you have the 6 years of schooling. So through there, after you're done with the schooling, you'd have to work an additional 2 years on the job, as long as you get the 1,200 hours. So then it counts towards you being able to become a journeyman. If you don't do that within the year, you have to, it gets tacked onto the end. I'm almost done with this. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, you
going for your license?
As soon as I'm done with schooling.
You gonna go on your own?
What do you mean?
You gonna do electrical work on your own?
Side work.
Side work. Yeah. Oh, you don't want no startup, no nothing. You don't want to fuck around with a white van and just drive around and do shit?
Because then what's it called? You're allowed to do moonlighting while in the union, but you can't have your own like big business, so you could take away from them. So I'd rather do like small service where either I have to run a new outlet. I don't need a van to do that. I can do that out of my car. All I need is the wire, the outlet, fiberglass or snakes, and my regular tools, and I'll be set. So that is how I'd want to do it. Also, at the same time, my mom has a contracting company, which rather than them going out to get somebody else's permit, I'm like, here, just use mine. So if a person charges you $300, I'm like, all right, here's 200 just for 200.
Just did there.
What?
Seen that?
What did I do?
His mom got his contracting company. He gonna be paid. Just said it.
Yeah, you need she's.
It's over.
Yeah,
He got the whole
he's
set.
he's technically saying after he become full license, he's done with all this.
No, I'm still working.
He leaving the show. He leaving the compound.
What are you talking about? That's how you afford the compound.
I fuck with you, Jack.
You see?
I fuck with you, big.
Gotta be smart. All
You
that.
see?
You see? He forgets it.
You guys can still do the Breaking Bad thing.
Breaking Bad thing. Yeah, we're doing it.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Never either, honestly.
It's okay. I mean, you guys can hide it.
Hide it.
I mean, you could always go to Google or just Hulu it. Breaking Bad.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna watch that.
You're not?
No.
You sure?
I'm not gonna watch
I mean,
it.
you got the baldy already
Sounds like
with the
it
beard.
sounds like
You got the baldy and the beard. You could be the minority Breaking Bad version. See,
Probably.
even Marvin laughed.
I feel like the show would be getting caught. That's all it is. Not Breaking Bad. It's getting caught.
Yeah, because I'll probably get lazy sometime in it. Didn't he peddle meth?
Yeah.
That was his thing?
Yeah,
His
dude,
peddling?
yeah.
Nah, I can't.
But
no.
he had the best meth
I don't
because he
think
was
I'll
a
be the-
chemist. So
I don't
he
think
knew
I'll
how to get
be
the optimal high.
Good. I couldn't be a good dope crackhead dealer.
That's so
Can't
crazy
think that.
though. At the end, the student gets away, the old guy dies, but like he has to leave all the money behind because like they're raiding his shit.
What? You don't get to keep nothing?
That's where he fucked up. You
All
see?
these years of doing
He
this shit,
couldn't.
keep
He
nothing?
couldn't because at the end, like that's the problem with making the compound. You know, you got to know
Listen,
where to stash it.
So first off,
I'm
don't
buy-
worry,
I'm
don't
buying
worry
an
about
old-
where to stash it. We're good with that.
I'll tell you right
okay?
now. I'm gonna buy a mountain. It's gonna have its own mining system in
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna go ahead
Gonna
and
have
buy.
the real- Yeah,
I'm gonna bring it down the land.
And then when
know?
you don't cough up the money, they give you the full sentence, and then you
We ain't worried about
Well,
none
money-
of that. Listen,
Cool.
this is
I'll
all
I'll wait
legit.
15 years.
This is all legit. This is all done by good people who just want to be part of the system. All right?
I'll wait the 15 years. Go ahead, send me away for 15. I'll be back at the end of it.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it while
I'll
you
be
gone.
happy.
And then when you come back, they come and investigate me, and I take the next 15.
You see?
Whatever. Nah, they gotta come get me after that. I'm like, nah, it's too late.
Word.
I'm out, baby. I'm out. Yo, you guys are so fucking silly.
What do you mean?
You guys are so fucking silly. All right. But Mike P, is there anything that you're doing that got coming up or?
Nah, I got coming up. I was thinking about doing another gaming channel, but so far from what I've talked with my friends personally, we definitely have to make it rated R, like anything goes type
you
shit.
let us know. We'll definitely support. And if you want us on, we'll definitely jump on there because I'm nice on the shooting games. Huh?
Oh,
What's the name of your old gaming channel?
What, Villainy Games? Shit.
You don't even know your own shit?
I get drunk the majority of the time, so
He's like, I don't remember that. I was drunk.
It happens. Shit happens.
Like,
what? Oh my god, I don't even want to mention that. Oh Jesus.
All right,
my
so
old
yeah.
my old gaming channel was Niggas Creed.
what?
Yeah. It was on some racist shit. Because it was just a bunch of like minorities, so I was like, yo. And at that point I was drunk, just laid on my bed, and then we were just laughing it up in the mic. I was like, hey yo, all this talk about Assassin's Creed and shit.
Reboot it right now. Just reboot it.
Just make Niggas Creed.
No, everyone's talking about the new Kingdom's Heart. Just make niggas Kingdom.
Niggas Creed.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for being here with us at the Real Shit
What you talking
Talkers.
about? If you're gonna do sports and
Yo,
stuff, 2K sports.
you know
game,
you could join the Creed, yo. Join
Word.
the Creed. You're
Already-
perfect for the
I'm
Creed.
in the middle of a compound meeting. I'm trying to get my
Wait.
compound.
What kind of games you like again?
Shooting games.
Shooting game.
And event platform games. I'm with those. Fighting games sometimes.
To you, for sports fans out there, like
I'm not really
the
into-
2K games, like 2K niggas, you'd be fine. You'd be set. You get a whole brand off of it, yo. Do it.
They gonna come sue your ass. 2K coming for that ass. All right, guys. Thank you for being with us in this silly ass fucking conversation today.
You're serious. This was serious.
Thanks to X's. Thank you, Mighty Pete, for coming in. we'll love doing this. We like talking this dumb shit together.
It was fun.
It was fun. Definitely. When you pop up the page again, you let me know. All right, we'll definitely jump up there and talk some shit.
Word. Matt's good at games. I heard he falls asleep midway.
Yeah, I'm really good at falling asleep halfway, and if it's fucking late as hell and I'm tired. Okay.
I mean, with all that gym shit you be doing, yeah, I imagine.
No, exactly. I'll be getting exhausted.
I be seeing you work out. I'm like, what? Like, you already big. You don't gotta get bigger. Acting like you Goku and shit.
I
that was a gay moment there. You looked
at
his body and said it's gay.
Shut your mouth, yo. All right. I'll take my comment. We out this bitch. Later.
Superb.